This week on the Star Wars LEGO Hoth MOC, we are getting rid of more of the multicolored bricks. Then we are finishing a giant chunk of the Hoth Echo Base Mountain. So enough talk, let's go.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Lobricks. Over the past few weeks we've been adding in details like that ATST over here and then some greeble inside Echo Base here, and that is all well and good. We do like to see details around the MOC, but we do need to get a large majority of it actually finished here with our mountains. These need to be built out, our trenches need to be, built in. We gotta do a lot of texturing and groundwork there. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. We are going to be getting back to the mountains. So it is gonna be a really good and fun episode because, as you know, mountain building is always a good time. So basically what we're gonna be trying to do here is replicate, or not replicate, but continue to build this style of mountain down the rest of the way here, because we have to have a massive Echo Base, and then in the future we are going to be extending the height of it to kind of loop over the rest of Echo Base. But yeah, we still have to get a bulk of the mountain finished here, so let's get started with that.
So first things first, we need to extend the base of Echo Base Mountain. Sorry, no pun intended. As we extend what is done here at the doors all the way down the entire length of Echo Base and cover up these unsightly multicolored bricks. Alright guys, so I finished much of the front end of Echo Base. As you can see here, still got a little bit of multicolored bricks. Not sure if we're going to take care of that this week, probably in the future. But there's one more thing I had to do before I built this big chunk of the front end of Echo Base. And that was to build a little exit door for the troops. So I cut a little exit way right into the snow on both the outside and the inside of Echo Base for these troops that are rushing to join the battle. This is pretty much going to be hidden from view once we build the mountain up, but there will be a little passageway for the troops to get through. Also, I'm going to have a little path leading to about here and some steps going down so they can either get into the trench or into the future turrets, which here is a prototype of one of them. And this is not the final version. We're going to make a better version of this. I think we're going to have two of these guys and then the radar dish gun as well. All right, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to start building the Echo Base Mountain, moving from left to right this way. And remember, we have to do the outside and the inside. Let's get to it. I just realized that this is an incredibly long hyperlapse mode because we're building so much. So I wanted to take a quick break and talk a little bit about what we were trying to achieve here with this look. We wanted to make the base almost look like steps heading up, including these little kind of plates here. I don't know if that's geographically accurate, but it looks like pictures I've seen of glaciers and such. And then as we move up, we're using the 1x4 and 1x3 slope pieces interspersed along with various other pieces and decorations here with little mini icicles and that. So that's kind of what we're using to build it, along with cheese pieces every so often. So with that, let's get back to hyperlapse mode and finish this huge sucker. so let's take a look at the new addition to Echo Base Mountain. Man, that looks awesome. It's huge. You can almost not see the Millennium Falcon if you go low enough. So, and let's kind of spin around. Well, let's take a close-up pan over. Very cool. We have just a little bit more of the mountain in multicolored bricks. And speaking of multicolored bricks, let's get to the other side, something I didn't have time to finish this week because I ran out of time, but we will do it next week. So the left half of the interior of Echo Base is done, but right now we still have this Art Deco mural. Looks like Sabine Wren was at work inside of Echo Base there. Didn't have enough time to finish that up. We are going to be doing the snot brick technique, kind of like we did along there, to make it look like a unkempt, uncut, snowy part of the inside of Echo Base. We are going to do that next week. So I think it looks pretty good. Let's bring an assistant in so he gives it his final inspection, and then we'll put a minifigure on the board.
All right, guys, so here we are back in the Hoth room, and oh my gosh, guys, are you looking at what I'm looking at? There are walkers walking towards a massive Echo Base frontier with the doors open. This is looking sweet. Look at all those poor souls in the trench. But anyway, guys, in all seriousness, wow, do we get a lot of mountain work done. And as by we, I mean Leaky. He really has been grinding away over here. And as you can see, this does look just fantastic, at least in my opinion. I do like the little sprinkles of gray. I think we might want to add some gray to our side mountains here. And of course, we are going to be extending these and building another one over there. So there is a lot of progress that's happening here on Hoth, a lot of terrain work, as you can see. And I really do like the way it's turning out. And these mountains today, wow, does it look really, really good. I do think that our doors here are awesome as well. I do like the length of it, and I do like the way it's going to turn out. We are definitely going to be adding in some more detail along here in around our trenches and kind of smoothing that out, of course, and then adding more trench runners as well, like this fellow right here, and trench troops who are, of course, trying to stop the invading force here, but that's going to be pretty difficult because these are some big, big beasts. But anyway, guys, it is some really cool progress going on here on Hoth, and I do like it. But there is one more thing, of course, we've got to do for the episode, and that's adding our minifig. And what are we doing today as far as minifigs? There is a lot of progress that's been happening with our Rebel Troopers and the forces on Hoth here. We have a lot of minifigures that have been being added to our force up here. Like last week, we added 2 figures in there. We also have been adding to this running pile here of Rebel Troopers. And of course, they're running to a door in there, which looks fantastic. And it exits out over here. So that is cool, and that you can finally see why we had these troops here. So everything's looking nice there. But there are a lot of places where there are a lot of dead space with figures, so there is a ton of possibilities when it comes to adding Rebel Troopers and faculty members and whatnot. So basically what I'm going with this is, if you have any suggestions for us on where we should add in figures or what figures we should add in, definitely leave them in the comments below. Or if you want to discuss with other members of the Lobricks channel or members of the LEGO community in general, we also have a Discord channel that you can check out. It is our Discord server is going to be linked in the description below. So definitely check that out, because we do have a lot of ideas ourselves, but we do also like to hear from you guys, because it is, you know, a cool thing we're doing here. So you know, we want your input so we can make it even cooler. So anyway, check out that and let us know what you think. But anyway, for today's minifigures, I did want to populate some of these hallways over here because we're feeling a little empty. So the first figure I did here was this Mustachio guy who looks really, really good.
Mustachio!
And he's not at a huge hurry because, you know, he's like an A-list character or whatever. He's getting out alive. So that was the first figure I added in there. Second, I added this fellow right here who's walking with one of these units of power that comes with the kit, which all these 4 Rebel guys come in. I'm not exactly sure where it comes in, but it's like those minifigure packs. You know what I'm talking about. And he is supposed to be in a little bit of a hurry here because, you know, he's like an ensemble. He's like a background character. He's mincemeat, basically, you know.
And I think that pack is called the Defensive Hoth.
Yeah, defense on path. So yeah, he's gonna be sent. He's like a lamb to the slaughter, like these guys up front, the first to get blasted by an AT-AT. So he's in a hurry because he's trying to make it out alive. It's not a guarantee. Where, you know, him, I mean, look at him. He's got a mustache. He's got to be important. So those are the two figures that we added today. And like I said, we are going to be adding in a ton of these Rebel Troopers because, you know, we need to have them populating the base here. There is still a ton of empty space without figures along through the base here. So we're definitely going to be adding in a ton of stuff, but I think it's looking good. So like I said, we would like your guys' suggestions because these Rebel figures are kind of boring. And I know we keep adding Rebel figures. Like last week we added Rebel figures getting added the week prior. But there are a ton of empty space around Echo Base here that we need to get filled. So we're going to have to continue to add the Rebel Troopers because that is the majority of who's staffing the base here is just your average Joe fighting for a better society in the stars or whatever Star Wars is about. So that is why we're adding these Rebel Troopers so often, and we would like your guys' suggestions like we said. So that's going to do it for the minifigure for today, or I guess it was 2 minifigures for today. And anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Well, that's going to do it for this week on Lobricks. I hope you like this huge, massive update to Echo Base. Join us here each and every Wednesday for more Hoth updates. Don't forget on Friday we have our fun videos. And next week is our final unboxing episode, episode 100. And then we're going to be making some changes. Don't worry, we're still doing the Hoth MOC each and every Wednesday. So with that, I will see you in the next one. I am Leaky Trooper. You can become a member of Lobricks. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. We have Discord, we have Instagram, we have all kinds of stuff. So we will see you on the next one. I am out of here and bye.